just got back from a weekend trip to the United States. How did that go? Stay tuned to this episode of Costa Rica Story to find out. And if you have not yet subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I've got some really cool things coming up. Got some drone footage, got some profiles of some local businesses. Going to be doing some of the touristic things, waterfalls, and just some of the tourist traps that we all love so much. And also hit that notification bell because I may be doing some lives. Want to see some live stuff from Costa Rica? Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll keep up to date. And also, the new business cards are out. Costa Rica Story business cards, English on one side, Espanol on the other side. And if you see me, hit me up for one. Also, another cool thing that just came out, and they are free if you happen to see me, it is Costa Rica Story sticker. This is a free sticker, and it is UV proof, waterproof, and it's a really cool design. It's got the monkey on it. It's got the loco mono loco. So if you see me, hit me up for the sticker. So yeah, I just got back from a whirlwind weekend trip to the United States, and it was a pretty productive trip. I got my visa stamped for another 90 days because I'm a perpetual tourist, which means I have to leave Costa Rica every 90 days to renew my tourist visa because I don't have residency at this time. So I'm all renewed, I'm all stamped, and that one went good. And I had to pick up some stuff from the States because when you move to Costa Rica, you really can't fit everything in your suitcases the first few times you come. So it's kind of a thing. Like every time you go back, you pick up a little bit more stuff. And that's kind of what I was doing this time. I got 2 suitcases, and I got them each 49 pounds. None of them were over, so I didn't have to pay any overage fees. If you're traveling to the United States, you have to have a COVID test before you can get on your plane. So the airport in San Jose does a test there. They have a shuttle that takes you over to the testing site, which is off airport property, but it's really close, like a 3-minute drive by bus, by shuttle. So I'm here at San Jose Airport waiting to take the shuttle to get my COVID test so I can fly back to the United States of America. And they shuttle you over there, and you get in line and fill out some paperwork, take your test. Notify you within an hour or so. I think it only took them half an hour to notify me. But one thing to note about the test, if you take this shuttle over to take the test, you have to bring all your bags and stuff with you because you can't check your bags before you take your COVID test. You have to have your negative COVID test before you can check your bags. So that's something to keep in mind. It might be easier to take a personal shuttle, but it really is no big hassle. I had 2 big suitcases, and it was no problem for me. It really was a pretty smooth trip for the most part. The only hectic time I had was when I landed in Atlanta from Albany. I had a connecting flight to San Jose, but the flight to San Jose was already boarding while I was still in the air on my flight. So by the time we landed, I had zero time to make my flight. So I had to run through the airport for 10 minutes and then ride a train for 5 minutes, then got off the train and ran for another 5 minutes through the airport, carrying my camera case and my backpack. And I got to the gate just as they were closing the door, and I just made the flight. And fortunately, I paid a little bit of extra money to have the extra leg room in an exit row. And as it turned out, that seat was like right as you get on the plane. So I rushed on the plane. I thought I was gonna have to like go through the whole crowd of people to get to my seat, but my seat was right there at the door where you get in. So I plopped my stuff down there, and it was actually a great seat. And the upside to that too was when I got off the plane in San Jose, I was the first one off the plane, and I ran through the San Jose airport to customs. When I got to customs, there was absolutely no people there. I've never seen that before. There was like 10 agents there, and I was the only person there. So I zipped through there so fast, and I had a really nice lady at customs, and she didn't give me a hassle about anything, and it was cool. And I always unnecessarily stress over things like that, and there was no need to. I'm learning to be more put a vida about things like that now. One of the advantages of living in Costa Rica. So while I was back there in New York State, I experienced one of the experiences that helped me decide to leave New York State, and that was the frosty windows in the morning. It was like every morning when you live in a cold climate, every morning you have to go out and scrape the ice off your windshield before you can go to work, and it's such a hassle. It's such a depressing thing to do. So I'm here in New York State for the weekend to pick up some things and take care of some business, and I just wanted to show you one of the reasons why I don't like living in the cold weather. Now here is there's the windshield. This is what I've got. Frosty windshields. No es bueno. Every morning I would have to scrape the ice from my windshield to go to work. But I did it once. That's the last time I'm going to be doing it, I think, maybe. This was the first frost they had. They usually have frost earlier. But the first frost waited for me to arrive and landed on my windshield. How nice. But I survived that, and I'm back in Costa Rica, and the only thing I have to worry about is maybe a little bit of air conditioner fog. That's what we have here. Air conditioner condensation. That's what we have here. I can live with that. So if you have not yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we've got a lot of cool things coming up on Costa Rica Story. We got the cool tourist destinations. We've got some cool drone footage coming up. I'm going to profile some small businesses, some restaurants. One of the first things I did when I got back from the States was run over to Extreme Tech in San Isidro. They're my new favorite computer store in Costa Rica, and there are a great bunch of guys over there, and the prices are fantastic. I bought a uninterruptible power supply for my computer, because if you've got a desktop computer that doesn't have a battery like a laptop does, you have to have some kind of battery to keep it running when the power goes out. It also protects it from the many power surges you get when the power goes on and off, which happens all the time in Costa Rica. So if you have a desktop computer, you have to have an uninterruptible power supply. It doesn't. If you've got a laptop, it's not an issue like that. But if you work from a desktop computer, you have to have a battery backup, unless you really want to risk ruining your hard drive. If your computer shuts down unsafely, like when the power just goes out, and it's a desktop computer, that can damage your hard drive. It's an unsafe shutdown. It's just a bad thing. And if you have external hard drives plugged in, they also should be protected. So spend a little extra money and save yourself a lot of money in the long run. See my buddies over there at Extreme Tech. I'll put their link down below. So my first couple of days back from the States, I'm trying to get my workstation improved with the new cables and different things I've got, and different things I need to upgrade. I had to get a a Wi-Fi card for my computer, because I have a custom built computer that I made like 10 years ago, and at that time I didn't need Wi-Fi because I just connected with a little LAN cable in there, but I don't have any wired connection now, so I have to connect through Wi-Fi. So I had to install a Wi-Fi card, which I'd never done before, but you know, I've taken computers apart, so it really wasn't a big deal. I was surprised how easy it was. And I'm Googling all these videos on how to do it for a long time, and all you really needed to do is just take it, stick it in the slot, and tighten it up, and I've got Wi-Fi now. I'm connected. It took me a long time to update my Windows computer because you know, it hadn't been connected to the computer in a while, and it needed a lot of updates. So I'm updated now, and that's ready to go. I got a new GoPro, and I had to update that before I could use it. Everything needs to be updated. I'm always updating and charging things. That seems to be half of my life these days. I still have more work to do on my office and my workflow situation. So that'll be what I'm doing the rest of the day. I'm going to edit this video and get it uploaded, and continue working on my office. And then maybe tomorrow I'll get out and fly with a drone a little bit. I'll charge my batteries today just to make sure. All right. Well, that's all I've got for this episode of Costa Rica Story. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, because we got some cool stuff coming up. But that's all I got for right now. But there is more in the can ready to go. Later.